We're doing it. We are live. It's happening. And you are here with me, your pal Hal, on Backchannel. Thanks for joining us, everybody. My name is Hal Rudnick, and we are going to go on a 2-hour journey of news, pop culture, current events, trending topics, good times, nice times, and there's going to be some goofs, gags, shenanigans, and nonsense along the way. Please don't forget about the nonsense. It would not be a Your Pal Hal show without a little bit of nonsense. And you know what? I appreciate you being here. And I would love it if you would participate in the show. You know what? This show is incrementally better when you let us know what you're thinking, what you're up to, what are you doing, what are you snacking on, all right? You know what? Some people have called this place the snack zone. And whether you are, pardon me, snacking on some trail mix, maybe you're snacking on some fruits and veggies, a little crudité with a hummus, a little crudité with like a ranch, a blue cheese. Now we're starting to get into the unhealthy zone. Or are you just going for it? Are you eating a nice big piece of chocolate layer cake? Are you wading into a chocolate lava cake? Now you're starting to get into some sinful snacks. And listen, this is an equal opportunity snack zone. I love the bad snacks and I love the healthy snacks. You know what? If you want to talk guilt-free snacking, I'm there. I am so there. I like, I like some nuts. I like some almonds. Maybe a little bit of dried fruit, but not so much that it's a sugar bomb. Or if you want to go down that other road, guilt-free, I'll go to guilty snacking. I will talk fully loaded nachos. I will talk wings. What's your flavor? Buffalo? Lemon pepper? I'll go there. So if you want to call it the snack zone, you can call this show the snack zone. Let us know what you're up to. Let us know what you're snacking on. And you can do that. You can communicate with us in a couple of different ways. You can talk to us over your smart device. If you are listening on your smart device, here's what you do. You get your smart device's attention. You use the magic word say, and then you drop in anything after that. So smart device say, I'm eating a big scoop of ice cream. What flavor? Mint chocolate chip? Now you're speaking my language. Or smart device say, I'm eating a bowl of cereal. Or what? Don't stop there. What kind of cereal? Is it Trix? Is it Kix? Is it Grape Nuts? Is it Honey Nut Cheerios? I want to know. Smart device say, I am eating some Lay's sour cream and onion chips. And you can also communicate with us by going to YouTube, chit-chatting with us over YouTube, or you can go to backchannel.tv. Talk to us there. And also you can leave a review of the Your Pal Hal show. And you can say, wish Hal would talk a little bit more about snacks, or wish Hal would talk about beverages as much as he does snacks. Or, you know what? I think Hal talks the perfect amount about beverages and snacks. Up to you. But your participation is reason for celebration. So please chat with us. And we've got a lot of fun stuff in store for us today. What are some of the things we have in store? Well, we're going to have a visit from Batman. We're going to talk about pop culture. We're going to talk about trending topics. And we're going to touch on current events, some news, all sorts of good times. And I want to thank folks for hanging out with us today. Stacy is in the house. Stacy, thank you for being here. We have Riyadh, Bella. Thanks for hanging out with us. Our pal Rob Schaefer chiming in. Rob Schaefer has a question. Hi, Hal. Is there any advantage in having your camera mirrored during the show? I'm not used to seeing the picture you have that way. Yeah. The advantage for mirroring, it's like I'm looking in a mirror and I can adjust my hair like that as if I was staring into my bathroom mirror. So I don't know. Other than that, it does throw me off a little bit when it's not mirrored. So yeah, TBD. I don't know, but I'll see if producer Travis has any thoughts on the mirroring situation. So yeah, I realize that this picture, which is, as many people know, as Rob Schaefer knows, I know that for certain, this painting behind me is from one of my favorite films of all time, Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas. And we'll talk more about to mirror or not to mirror. That is the question. Things get topsy-turvy a little bit sometimes, like this picture. Let's bring in someone we could not do this show without. Your friend and mine, Producer Travis. Producer Travis, what is going on?
I'm a new man.
You're a new man. You're coming in a little low right now. I don't know if it's me. I don't know.
How's that?
What's
any better?
Good enough. Right. What constitutes you being a new man? Please.
Well, I'm here in my hometown area, Bay Area, California, East Bay to be specific, and
Right.
I spent yesterday hitting up all the old haunts. And
boy,
there is nothing like it. I went to my old haircut lady. I haven't seen her in 4 years. I pull up, and again, she's Korean, so there's a bit of a language barrier, but I pull up, she happens to be walking outside, sees me, and just lights up. It's incredible. And she does the job. She gives me the haircut I've been driving around K-Town for 4 years trying to get, screaming, why won't anyone cut my hair? Why won't anyone do this? And then after that, my favorite taqueria in the area happened to move to the same shopping center that she's in.
Whoa.
And then after that...
Kismet.
And just when you walk in, and because we thought we had lost them, I'd heard word that they had closed, and all of a sudden said, I found them.
Oh, God forbid.
They moved. I'm like, where? And they said, that one shopping center. I said, oh my God, this is perfect. And I walked in, and it's a different building, so I'm not sure. And then all of a sudden, a familiar face walks out who doesn't recognize me, but that's fine. And I'm like, oh, I'm back. And then the tacos come out. I'm like, there they are. And then after that, I drive down the road about a mile, and I pull up to my old chiropractor guy because I was like, I'm just gonna work out these. I'm gonna get a new perspective on this whole nerve thing going on, and it's just like everything you do is what I need right now, and it just took 6 years for it to be relevant. This is incredible. Whoa. Yeah. It's. And he did, from adjustments to sticking needles in me and then putting electrical crap on those, and it was a whole thing.
I've actually gotten. I am an acupuncture enthusiast, and I've gotten the electro stim.
Yeah, that thing. And wow, isn't that a whole thing?
Yeah, it just gives like a little bit of a vibration because they're taking these needles and they're putting them into these various like pressure points and areas in your body, and then just to give them that much more effectiveness, they give them a little bit of a vibration.
Yeah.
So it breaks up the the knots, the impurities, the toxins, and then you flush it out with some water. Drink lots of water after you get that stuff done.
I'm on it. And yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So coming off the heels of an afternoon like that, just a big
that sounds
exhale.
lovely. That sounds lovely. And so you're saying that you can go home again.
You can go home again. And the way you
Yeah.
do that is to not only see the people that you pay for services that you remember.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but I thought you found a barber here in Los Angeles in Koreatown that was getting the job done. Are
Look,
you
Judy-
saying that?
Judy does a
Yeah.
fine job. Judy
Okay.
does
If
her
Judy,
best.
if you're listening right now, which I don't know why you would, because like Travis said, Judy, you don't really speak English. Is that correct?
Yeah, a lot of what you would need to do to
yes,
run a business.
Everyone, please listen whether you understand what I'm saying or not.
Yeah. But Judy does a fine job. But, in so much as when I sat in the chair yesterday afternoon, she goes, "Oh, you look great. What did they do to your hair?" And I was like, from this angle, this looks exactly the same. And by and large, it's sort of the same shape. But just the way that she textures it, it's lighter, it's easier to work with. I don't have to do as much finagling, and it just feels better. It's just that extra 20% that just really puts it over the edge.
Plus, it's like the comfort of this is your trusty, the haircut that was there in the beginning.
Yes, absolutely. I hold in such high regard the people that do things for me that I don't have to think about or worry at all. They're the experts, and I can trust them in that. And wow, isn't that just something?
Very nice, very nice. And things are good. I see you're still at your friend's house, so you've decided to stay at your friend's and not go to your aunt and uncle's. You're not going to stay there.
I'm not going to stay there. I visited them twice. It was a great time. And what it came down to was, everything's just kind of plugged in here already. So,
Yep.
I just didn't want to. I got it working. I got the show running. I want to mess with success.
Okie doke. Okie doke.
Yeah.
There you go, Travis. And you're getting on the road tomorrow, correct?
Tomorrow, after our show, I'll be stopping by one more taqueria to buy 6 packs of tortillas. Then I'll be hightailing it up to Ashland, Oregon.
Boom. A 6-pack of tortillas?
Or 6 packs of tortillas. Tortilleria
6 packs of tortillas.
El Molino in Concord, California. They make their tortillas in-house, and it is just, again, it's one of those things. I'm like, that's special. That's special. It's really good.
Travis, I like the energy you're bringing today. There's just, it's steeped in nostalgia, good feelings. Glad to see that it's this trip. It's successful. It's giving you the feels. It feels like you're rejuvenating. You're recharging, and you know what? I'm going to try to feed off of that energy and make this show. Oh yeah, let's take it to the next level, Travis, and let's ride that wave right into the Twitterverse, into the Twitter sphere. We are going on the Twitter website to talk about some trending topics. We're going to look at some Twitter trends. Every day on the show we see what's popping, what's cracking, and today is no different. So let's start off with, again, the elephant in the room. Little Ukraine talk. Yeah, it is just a nightmarish situation there. And they're still trying to negotiate, quote unquote. There are Ukrainian officials and Russian officials talking. A ceasefire would be amazing, but that doesn't seem to be in the offing anytime soon. In fact, French President Emmanuel Macron talked with Putin, and he got off the phone and he says the worst is to come. French President Macron believes the worst is to come after call with Putin. That doesn't sound great. So, reading, Emmanuel Macron held talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin over the phone on Thursday in a bid to ease tensions between Russia and Ukraine. According to a French official, the pair spoke for 90 minutes, with Putin telling Macron that the conflict was going according to plan. That's no bueno, because a lot of people are dying. This is just a bloody, horrific conflict, and it does not bode well for all of Europe and potentially the world. This is, not a good situation. Call me a master of the obvious, but not a fan of what's happening here. A source present described the tone of the call as pessimistic and not so friendly as Russia's invasion of Ukraine enters its second week. Kherson Mayor Ihor Koliev told NBC News Thursday that the city had been captured by Russian forces after more than a day of continuous shelling. Hundreds are feared dead in the port of Mariupol. The deputy mayor said explosions have been reported in the capital of Kyiv and heavy shelling in the country's second city, Kharkiv. Update. A bulleted quote in the annotation below was inaccurately attributed and has since been removed. Well, thank goodness for that. I am not familiar with what said quote is. So it's ongoing, and I was listening to some thoughts from Boris Johnson, British PM Boris Johnson, and he was talking about Putin's intentions, what's happening currently, and he fears that it could go the way of Putin's 1999, I believe it, invasion in Chechnya, where Putin showed no mercy, and really it was just an intense invasion with a ton of casualties. And it was like he did not care about civilian casualties and just only cared about getting this military operation done. And same goes here. It seems like as much bloodshed as is necessary for Russia to take the Ukraine, or take Ukraine as things stand right now. So not trending in the right direction. One would hope that these sanctions, the ruble in the toilet, but it is. We are going into our second week of this terrible conflict. So thoughts are with the people, standing with the people of Ukraine. And hopefully there's better news to come. And on that note, let's move into a little bit of lighter fare. Just about every day, Travis and I chat about this. There is, every day is a day. What do I mean by that? It's that every day it gets co-opted by either a cause or some kind of maybe a movement, or maybe the lobbying board behind some kind of product, and it's National Blank Day. So you have National Beer Day, National Camping Day, National Hug Your Neighbor Day, National Men's Health Day, National Women's Health Day, National Build a Treehouse Day, National Pet a Kitty Cat Day, National Hamburger Day, National Cupcake Day, and on infinitum. But today is a day, as so many are, And this is a pretty good day. This, you know what? I can get behind this day. It is National Book Day, right? Oh no, not just National Book Day. It is World Book Day. So, you know what? If the whole world is recognizing it, that looks like oh, who are those characters? Is that from like some sort of a British teen soap opera, or it also looks like Luke Perry and Michael Cera. What is this first image that you've brought up to show us, Travis? What?
I wish I could tell you. This is just what popped up. It's
Okay,
probably
all
some
right.
fan account of something, but they seem English.
By the way, our pal Andy McLean is hanging out with us. Andy, great to have you here. Andy says Texas stands with Ukraine. Putin is a coward for not sitting down with Zelensky. Here, here. And National Cold Cuts Day today. Love some Jersey. Is it National Cold Cuts Day? Travis, as a snack guy, this is like breaking news. Andy McLean, breaking news on your Pal Hal show. Can you add National Cold Cuts Day to the list of trending topics here?
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
I want to take a look at some Genoa salami. All right? And yeah, it that does. I mean, the second guy reading that, what is that, a Britney Spears autobiography or something he has?
Yeah, I think so.
Andy McLean says, that Andy Sandberg? I definitely see the Andy Sandberg vibes. I get a little Michael Cera from that guy. Travis, what do you think? Is that guy more Andy Sandberg or Michael Cera?
I think it looks like Michael Cera wearing an Andy Samberg wig.
Sure, sure. Two great tastes that taste great together. Let's take a look at more of the tweets regarding World Book Day. World Book Day. Okay, let's take a look. My niece Florence has dressed up as Carrie from one of her favorite books, Carrie's War. Oh, I'm glad it's not Carrie from Sex and the City, because the kid's too young for that. When she arrived in the playground this morning, the other children made fun of her costume, and she went into the classroom sobbing. You know what? Been there, Carrie. You know what? So Emily's saying, can she get some love here instead? You know what? I'm going to say no. Carrie or Florence, you remember this day and you let it fuel you. You let it fuel you. The haters, you know what? They hate you. They hate us because they ain't us. All right? So, Florence, you let that build some strength inside of you. You go on and you show those haters, all right? But good job dressing up as your character. You're a cute kid. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. Happy World Book Day. From the Doctor Who family. There you go. You want weapons? We're in a library. Books are the best weapons in the world. Andy McLean asked, what is my favorite book turned movie? I mean, am I a basic B if I say Mario Puzo's Godfather? I probably am a basic B if I say that. But so that comes immediately to mind, favorite book turned movie. And then I also think a lot of like graphic novels. And oh boy, that's a great question, Andy McLean. What is yours? I mean, it's hard to top. Godfather. Oh, but Andy McLean throwing some good contenders in there. Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park and J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. That is some good stuff right there. Very nice, Andy McLean. A couple of more for World Book Day. Let's take a look. Can you bring up that photo of this child dressed as Paddington, Travis? All right. So Travis, the world. So Laura Lyle says the world is pretty grim. Here's a mini Paddington to make us all feel better. Okay. There's no denying, cute kid. But I've got a very dark Paddington story here that I don't want to bring the room down with, but I have to share my personal pain. You know, close to 20 years ago, as a young actor in Los Angeles, I used to entertain at kids' birthday parties. That's right. And you know what that's called, folks? It's called paying your dues. And as an entertainer at these kids' birthday parties, I would dress up. I worked for this company, and I would dress up as various characters. I would go pick up the costumes on a Thursday or Friday, and then I would have a weekend filled with parties, multiple parties a day. And this job, fairly exhausting. You would have to give it your all. You would be doing mental and just sometimes literal physical cartwheels to keep these kids entertaining, spinning plates, doing magic tricks, huzzah, balloon animals, painting faces, and hooking up, setting up, and holding a piñata as kids as kids hit it with a bat. You know, you'd throw a rope over a tree, hang this piñata filled. First off, I'd have a pocket knife. I'd cut this thing, the piñata, and I'd fill it with candy. Getting changed in your costumes in your car, maybe hastily eating a plate of food that the family gives you after, because like sometimes they'd have a spread, sometimes they'd have you take a piece of cake, sometimes they wouldn't care. And then afterwards, like many businesses, like many people in various service industries, you would want to get tips. Sometimes you get a good tip. Sometimes you get stiffed. And my people in the service industry know what I'm talking about. So back to Paddington. So I would dress as all sorts of characters. Batman, a clown, Spider-Man, and then there were the big furry characters. Barney, Elmo, Pikachu, and Paddington. And I think I only had to dress as Paddington maybe once. This was pre-Paddington movies, so Paddington fever had not come on back yet. But I had to dress as Paddington. One of the worst costumes I ever had to wear, and I will tell you why. This Paddington costume, like all of these big, headed creature characters, was like fur. So you are wearing carpet. And that is, I'll tell you what, those costumes don't breathe. Those costumes, oh boy. You sweat your body's maximum when you wear one of those. Like you sweat until your body can't sweat anymore. And I would do that multiple times a day when I was doing these parties. But on top of the fur, Paddington, can you bring up that picture of Paddington again, Travis? The kid as Paddington? Or can you bring up Travis? I don't mean to throw you curveballs. Bring up an actual Paddington picture if you can. So Paddington is a bear. Paddington is a furry bear who wears a wool jacket, a wool coat, a heavy wool overcoat. Paddington bear does. Oh, there we go. I'm seeing Paddington pics. Let's get that up there. There we go. Paddington is a furry bear wearing a heavy wool coat. So that meant I had to wear a fur bear costume, and on top of that, a heavy wool coat. And the party where I had to dress as Paddington was in the San Fernando Valley, which, for those who don't know the Los Angeles area, the San Fernando Valley is usually 10 degrees hotter than the rest of Los Angeles on any given day, especially the summer. And this little Paddington birthday party was in August. San Fernando Valley, August, fur bear costume, wool overcoat. Yeah. While I was doing that party, I died. I literally stopped. No, I did not die. I couldn't commit to that because I don't want to alarm anyone. But it was probably a near-death experience. One of the just so, oh my God, like just not pleasant, above and beyond. Andy McLean says, you probably lost like 10 pounds of sweat that day. Andy McLean, listen, if I had a collegiate wrestling match coming up after that, if I had a Greco-Roman affair or some kind of pugilistic endeavor, I would have dropped weight. I would have made weight. Like if I had to go from like a flyweight to a featherweight, I would have made it. I would have, mission accomplished. Oh boy, that is my troubling Paddington tale. It felt cathartic to share that with you, everyone. Travis?
Thank you. I have a suggestion for something that's either going to make things better or worse.
Lay it on me, pal.
All right. There's a Twitter follow. User at J the Chow, and either this will resensitize Paddington for you or conflate him with everything else that we like about media. There is a Twitter account where all he does every day is he photoshops Paddington into a movie or a TV show that Paddington is not in.
Oh boy.
Case in point.
Where's Paddington?
It's right there next to Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh wow.
Or
but how come Paddington's not wearing his coat? Oh, there he is in his coat.
There he is. He got the coat.
There he is with Tom Cruise in Fallout.
Yeah.
Am I Fallout?
So on and so forth for 360 days straight now.
Very nice. And you know what? One of my very good friends, Enraging Bull. I love it. You know I like some Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, bang, boom. One of my best friends and a great friend who passed away last year loved the Paddington movies, and I feel like I have to. I have to watch the Paddington movies to honor my friend. So. I think there will be healing on the horizon.
That's good.
Travis. Stacy chimes in. I lost more than 30 pounds of sweat that day. Quite possibly. I want to give a shout out to Liam who joined the stream. Liam, thank you for hanging out right here on the Your Pal Hal show. Karen in Arizona. And Riyadh, Bella, Stacy, appreciate you all being here and hanging out with us as we go through some trending topics on Twitter. So, National Book Day. Read a book. Give a kid a book. Encourage reading. Rob Schaefer chiming in. The Godfather is one of the few books turned into a movie where the movie was better than the book. That's a great point. Oftentimes, the book is the first thing that gets the fandom, that gets people excited, and invariably, it seems like the movie is often a disappointment. Not as often as the video game made that inspired the movie not as often as the movie inspired by a video game is a disappointment, but very often. But speaking of the flippity flop, the flip side, I am curious about reading Quentin Tarantino's book version of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, in which he expands on all the characters. I'm very interested in that. And then there's another book following a movie, which is slightly different. I'm a huge fan of the crime film, the great caper heist movie, Heat, with Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, directed by Michael Mann, 1995. One of my all-time favorite films. Goodfellas and Heat. I mean, listen, I'm a simple guy who likes just a good crime film. What more can you say? Heat 2, or a follow-up to the movie Heat. We've talked about that. I think when it was announced maybe last month or so, but there is going to be a book that delves into the Heat characters, and I think it's going to be a prequel to the movie Heat. So I am excited about those book offerings. And the Quentin Tarantino's novelization of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's a little bit of an anomaly today for that to happen. Not as common, but apparently in the 70s, that was a real thing. Popular movies would spawn book versions later on, and they were like these little pulpy novels off of just, various movies. It didn't even have to be a huge hit. So Quentin Tarantino, that guy loves retro stuff. He loves kitsch. And and I've heard good things about his novelization of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I may get around to reading that. Andy McClain loves Heat, absolutely. I mean, just the action set pieces in that film, the bank robbery, the armored car robbery, and so many great scenes besides that. Val Kilmer at the height of his powers. I mean, that might be my favorite Val Kilmer role of all time, Heat. Rob Schaefer commenting on the Paddington Photoshop. This is such a fun Twitter follow. Thanks again, Travis, for introducing us to that. And by the way, while I'm talking about Rob Schaefer is the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show. If you are in Nebraska, maybe the greater Omaha area, and you find yourself on the wrong side of the law, listen, I'm not here to judge, okay? Listen, and I ain't even saying you did it. Maybe you're wrongly accused, all right? But if you're in a little bit of legal hot water in the greater Omaha, Nebraska area, you're going to need some legal counsel. And you cannot do any better than enlisting the services of Renaissance Man, Master Chef, Executive Chef, and Fountain of Myriad Facts, Rob Schaefer, Attorney at Law. Boom. Rob Schaefer, the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show, copyright 2022, all rights reserved, patent pending. Andy McClain says, at the height of his powers. Haven't heard that in a while. Yeah, that was, I liked it. You know what? Heat is an iconic movie where Val Kilmer, Michael Mann, and others are at the height of their powers. Iconic. Andy McClain, thank you for, I used to, at the height of his powers, one of my favorites. JT joined the stream. JT, thank you for being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Let's check out the, Travis, did you find anything on National Deli Meat Day? Is this true? Is Andy just pulling our leg here? Oh, that looks like a nice prosciutto, a nice salami. Ooh, oh, you know what? I I just I just went from zero to starving looking at that plate. And what is that? Like some little Parmesan cheese over there, uh, prosciutto, some salami. Oh, oh, that is nice. Chef Roland Gordon. Today is National Cold Cuts Day. Cold cuts, lunch meats, deli meats, or sandwich meats. Everyone has a favorite. So come on and share the cold cut love. It's time to celebrate those delicious pieces of processed meat. I just love the sandwiches that are possible because of cold cuts. Yep. And, listen, I'm not going to blow smoke here. I'm not going to, when you're hanging out here, this is the no spin zone. No, I'm a straight shooter. And I'll say it. Sodium bomb. All right. Like the sodium on that delicious looking plate right there is, not for the faint of heart, but oh, so good, so good. Let's get a couple of scroll. Let's see a couple of other entries into National Cold Cut Day, World Book Day. You know what? A book and a hoagie? Oh, forget about it. That sounds good. And Andy McLean shouting out Jersey Mike's. Love some Jersey Mike's. Love some Jersey Mike's. Hey, give me a number 7 Mike's Way, and I'm good to go. A number 7 Mike's Way. That's my Jersey Mike's order. Jersey Mike's greater than symbol Subway. All right? Sorry. And this is not a paid endorsement for Jersey Mike's. Wouldn't be opposed to accepting a paid endorsement from Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's. If you would like to advertise on the Your Pal Hal show, I would sing your praises, trumpet your attributes from the highest hill, Jersey Mike's. I will speak on the quality of your meats, the integrity of your ingredients, the care that your sandwich artisans prepare the sandwiches with. I would eat a Jersey Mike's sub right here on air if you so choose. Not only that, I will go scorched earth on your competition. Togos? More like toe gone. Togos went. Bye-bye. Blimpies? Psh. Yeah, no thank you. Blimpies. Subway? Eat fresh? More like eat rancid. Yeah. I'm going ham on them. Jimmy John's? Psh, take a walk. Andy McLean says we'll leave Firehouse alone, though. They're good. They're good, too, huh? If I get that Jersey Mike's money, Firehouse is getting burnt to the ground. Scorched earth, Firehouse. So, that is the Your Pal Hal promise. I will talk mad crap. I will sing your praises, and I will potentially libel myself as I take down your competition. Jersey Mike's, please sponsor the Your Pal Hal show. That was Your Pal Hal begs for a sponsor. Ding. All right. Travis, boom, hitting us with the Chiron. All right. Let's move on from, let me dust myself off from groveling on the ground at the foot of Jersey Mike's. And, you know what? The gift that keeps on giving, or is it? Are we getting sick of, you know what? For some, it's one thing. For some, it's the other. I know Rob Schaefer is tired of this. Kanye West Pete Davidson, it continues. It continues. So, a couple of things about this about this ongoing saga, about this drama regarding these celebrities. About this is all nonsense. This is all fluff and goofs and nonsense. But a couple of things about it. I was watching a clip from a comedian, one of the original kings of comedy, I might add, D.L. Hughley, and he was talking about Kanye West and just saying that this guy, he makes good songs, and because of that, we give him a pass. But he's like a freaking stalker. He is, and D.L. Hughley, not the first person to say this, but yeah, like big stalker energy, buying the house across the street. Like Creepsville, USA, and we give Kanye West a pass because he's like he is a musical genius. Rob Schaefer saying, "Oh boy, more Ye news." But yeah, because he's a billionaire, I guess at this point. He can do whatever he wants, but it really is just not a good look to obsessively go after his ex and threaten her current boyfriend. I mean, think about that behavior in normal life. That's trash behavior. So yeah, not a fan of all that. And then Kanye, he dropped Donda 2, new album. You got to buy a $200 stem player if you want to listen to it. So if you want to do the math, I'm not going to be listening to Donda 2. Hopefully if a couple of videos drop on YouTube or something, I might check them out. But yeah, I am not buying the $200 stem player yet. Even though Travis talked to us about, some of the musical advantages of, and I saw someone playing with like bringing down some of the, you can bring down different instruments or different backing vocals or whatever. But yeah, I am not dropping $200 on the stem player. But he dropped a video for one of the new songs, a song called Easy, off of Donda 2. And the video shows stop action animation of Kanye West pulling Pete Davidson out of a body bag and burying him. Agent Dane chiming in. Hal, don't you think that people obsessed about Kanye's personal life when the world is on fire is absolutely ridiculous? Yes and no. Yes and no. Because we need distraction. I hear ya. But the world has always been on fire. It's just like, sometimes it's warmer or hotter in other parts than other times. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I am depressed about Russia and Ukraine. It completely sucks. But before that, there is the Sudan. Currently, the Uyghurs are undergoing just massive human rights violations in China. People die every day. So Dane, Agent Dane, I absolutely hear where you're coming from. But sometimes you got to laugh to save from crying. Sometimes you got to just distract yourself with the nonsense. You got to flip through. Listen, The Economist and The Atlantic and The New Yorker are great. But sometimes you got to kick back and open up a People. Sometimes you got to open up Mad Magazine. And look on the other side. But you're absolutely right. Like, this is candy. This is like this story right here about Kanye West and Pete Davidson. This is gummy worms. This is this is nonsense. But yeah, the Ukraine, what's happening with COVID, the political situation in the United States. Yeah, that's your meat and potatoes. That's your veggies. And so I think there's room for all of it. Yep, as Rob Schaefer says, I do, you know what? I will hit the trending Kanye stories. I am not afraid to venture into the Kanye waters. But I feel it, and I don't like it, but I feel like it's my duty for humanity. And Asian Dane says, I only say that because I see Kanye as mentally ill and find it sad that his episodes are so mediatized. Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that he has dealt with some bipolar issues, and that's serious business. And like people like taking that, that's kind of a lark. That's a fun goof. It's you don't want to encourage destructive or negative behavior. So that's a great point. And Travis, if you want to bring up that image right there that you have. Yeah, so there is, so in this video, Kanye buried Pete Davidson alive, and I like Pete Davidson. I'm a comedian. I appreciate what Pete Davidson does. He's had a lot of funny stuff on SNL and otherwise. Kanye West slammed over disgusting music video burying Kim Kardashian's boyfriend Pete Davidson alive. Kanye takes aim at Pete yet again in his new music video for Easy. And yeah, there it is. There's Pete Davidson, head sticking out of a grave, flowers. Do you want to scroll down, see what people are commenting here? Kanye West is facing fresh backlash after disturbing scenes in his new music video. Yeah. I mean, you can tell that's Pete Davidson. He's got the dyed blonde hair in that shot. And then, the classic dark circles and eye bags. The Jesus Walks rapper released the black and white visuals for his single Easy featuring The Game, which has been lifted off of his new album Donda 2. One scene in the dark video features an animation of Saturday Night Live comedian Pete Davidson being buried by Kanye. And there's Kanye standing there in a hoodie. Classic Kanye look, and those boots. Rob Schaefer saying that looks like Tiger Woods. I mean, I don't know that Kanye has beef with Tiger Woods, but maybe. Wouldn't put it past him. Do you remember? Do you remember that list of? Do you remember that list of like all of Kanye's haters, or people that Kanye had beef with? That was interesting. There was a list of like all the people that Kanye had beef with, and then they added to it. Like Kanye chimed in. Oh yeah, you're barely scratching the surface. Coincidence? The video dropped the same day Kim's divorce was granted, says Big O Music. Yeah, right. So they are officially no longer husband and wife. Officially no longer husband and wife. So yeah, maybe Kanye had that in his back pocket, just waiting to drop that on us. Breaking news on Your Pal Hal: Kanye in major beef with Tiger Woods. Rob Schaefer, thank you. You heard it here first. Sound the alarms. Alert the presses.
I wish the operative term was in beef instead of have beef with. Like you would be in love with somebody. I'm in beef with them. We don't talk.
I'm in beef. You know what? I'm so in beef with you. I like that. I like that. So there you go. Kanye is just gonna Kanye. But yeah, I'm definitely over this stalker behavior. And as far as like this stuff goes, I'm you know I'm team Pete Davidson for whatever that matters. Uh, Hamburger Helper. Hamburger Helper in the news. People are talking about Hamburger Helper. 11:58, by the way, on the West Coast. We're going up until 1 p.m. here on the West Coast. Going to take you up till 4 p.m. on the East Coast. Going till 3 p.m. in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. And going up until 9 p.m. in London, England. I I don't know if I've ever had Hamburger Helper. I know that's weird, and I'm a kid of the '80s. Andy McLean's noting that Dan Orlovsky, the ex NFL quarterback, former ESPN commentator, ex NFL quarterback, current ESPN commentator, got Hamburger Helper trending. And there it is. What is the one food item that you ate a lot as a kid and you will never eat as an adult? Hamburger Helper. So, do folks have any food? Are there any foods that? Yep, there you go, Andy McLean. We got it up here. Two questions. Do you have an opinion on Hamburger Helper? And secondly, is there a food that you ate as a kid that you're like, I'm done. Not going back there. Not going back there. Let us know. Chime in. You know we love talking food. You know we love talking snacks. So hit us with it. Where are you on that? Travis, have you ever messed with the Hamburger Helper?
No, sir. Mm-mm.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. A few other like kind of kid food staples and stuff like that, but no, never had that in the house.
Gotcha. Andy McLean says the cheddar melt Hamburger Helper is decent 1 or 2 times a year. Okay, he's good for that 1 or 2 times a year. No more. No more than that. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I would say some of the food that's, a little bad for you stuff. Like I used to eat a lot of fast food hamburgers as a kid, and I don't eat as much of that. Like I'll eat, like I'm very discerning when it comes, like I'll go to Shake Shack, I'll go to In-N-Out, so I want like a higher end like fast food hamburger. My mom, Deborah Rudnick in the house, said my dad liked Shake and Bake. Oh yeah, like Shake and Bake, that like that. It's not fried chicken, but it's just like got a breadcrumb, just like a breadcrumb of a seasoned breadcrumb finish on it. Andy McLean saying, I like desserts in general as a kid, but stay away from sweets as much as possible now that I'm 34. Still enjoy some carrot cake and chocolate chip cookies once in a while. Andy McLean, I'm right there with you. Like, as a kid, I would be like, any time is a good time for sweets and desserts. But now, like, I'll eat dark chocolate. I love dark, like, but a small, reasonable, sensible piece of dark chocolate. But also, I'm more of, like, I save desserts for special occasions. Desserts, to me, are a special occasion thing. I tread lightly. Rob Schaefer chiming in. When my son was 5, he begged me to buy Hamburger Helper. It hurt my soul to make it for him. My wife is still upset that I made it for him 10 years later. Rob Schaefer, that's amazing. That's amazing. Also, I bet it hurts because Rob Schaefer certainly knows his way around a kitchen. Rob Schaefer, Master Chef, Iron Chef, and officially, actually, an executive chef, in addition to being the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show. Andy McLean says, my wife hates it. There you go. There you go. Any other thoughts, any food items? By the way, I want to welcome Nate in New York to the stream, and shout outs to Emmy, Dario, Becky, Thanks for being here, Becky and Will. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So yeah, hamburger helper. Yeah, I just feel like as an adult, trying to eat healthier. I talked earlier about guilt-free snacking. Yeah, I'm a guilt-free snack guy. I like that whenever I can. And then, like I said, a healthy baseline. I feel just, I'm influenced by my dad got diabetes, and I'm not trying to go down that road. So yeah, I'm trying to eat a little healthier as an adult. I set a healthy baseline and like try to keep that about 4 or 5 days a week, and that I feel like that allows me. But everyone's metabolism, everyone's body's different. You do you. You don't need me lecturing you about food. It is 12:04 here in the home office of the Your Pal Hal Show, Los Angeles, California. And here's an evergreen topic that was trending. Hashtag Tucker Carlson is racist. And that's like, for that to be trending, it's like, oh, the sky is blue, water is wet, bears go poop poop in the woods. Oh, and Tucker Carlson is racist. Oh, and the Pope wears a funny hat. And the leaves change in the fall. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. What's the latest thing to get that evergreen hashtag trending? Well, it's the way Tucker Carlson was talking about Ketanji Brown Jackson, Joe Biden's Supreme Court nominee. Tucker Carlson was calling for the release of her LSAT scores. Rob Schaefer, he's a man who's taken the LSAT. Obviously, he's an attorney. So the LSAT is like your test to get into law school. It is the pre-law school test. And Tucker Carlson is calling for this woman's scores. He wants to know what her scores were. By the way, she went to Harvard Law School. She is Ivy League educated all the way. And I'm sure Rob could weigh in on this, but this knowledge of law or legal facts and trivia and legal issues that you have to supply for the LSAT, that does not determine how you are going to weigh in on the law, how you are going to practice law, your integrity as a human being. There is so much. And the lawyers have come out of the woodwork, first off, to say, what does that even matter? Secondly, and this is the big one, Tucker Carlson and basically no one, as a matter of fact, has ever asked for any other Supreme Court nominees' LSATs. Like, I don't know, because, and is it just a coincidence that this is a woman of color, a person of color, and Tucker Carlson is asking for that? Yeah, I don't think so, because Tucker Carlson has shown his hand many times before. Rob Schaefer saying Dan Rather is wrong. Can you bring up that Dan Rather tweet again, please, Travis? So Dan Rather said, so in retweeting this Tucker Carlson nonsense, Dan Rather says, number one, straight up racist. Number two, right, we always hear about LSAT scores for Republican judges. Not. Number 3, LSAT scores are about getting into law school, not the quality of a legal mind. Number 4, Trump's grades and taxes. Oh, just like Trump would never release his grades, but then it came out from like various sources that he was a terrible student. And numbers 5 to 100, straight up racist. Yes. So yeah, just so just such a narrow racist, like myopic point of view from Tucker Carlson. But the Rob Schaefer says LSATs are about quantifying your legal mind. Well, I think you're kind of saying a similar thing, quantifying your knowledge of these issues to get into law school. But but it's before you've been able to practice and learn about so much of how to actually practice the law, I would think. So I think it's I could see both sides of that point right there. But Rob Schaefer, absolutely appreciate your weighing in on this. The official attorney of the Your Pal Hal Show. So yeah, Tucker Carlson, just birds are flying, plants are growing. Tucker Carlson is racisming. And that is that story. And our final trending topic, speaking of race, let's talk about white men. Specifically, White Men Can't Jump. Yes, they are rebooting White Men Can't Jump. And they are going to be they're going to be remaking it with rapper Jack Harlow as the Woody Harrelson role. Rebooting White Men Can't Jump is insane. That's just one of those classics that should never be touched, says one Twitter user. Yeah, I mean, I think we've learned at this point there are no sacred cows. There are only potential cash cows. No sacred cows. You know what? That's pretty good. I got to write that down. Travis, that's a pretty good turn of phrase. What do you think? There's no sacred cows. Yeah. There's only cash cows. All right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
There's no sacred cows. There's only golden calves.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
Yeah. Because you know what? They've remade and rebooted Ghostbusters. There've been so many remakes, reboots, ill-advised sequels, like going back for more when you yeah. So well, like let's I'm just gonna Google terrible remakes.
Nice.
Of movies. And
yes.
Let's just see. 20 worst movie remakes. All right, let's see. According to Newsweek, Panther. Yeah, I mean, those Peter Sellers Pink Panther movies. The Day the Earth Stood Still. The Mummy 2017. Yeah, that Tom Cruise Mummy was an abomination. Wicker Man. 1998's Godzilla. Get Carter, the Sylvester Stallone remake of the Michael Caine film. Taxi 2004. I know that one as well. But yeah, Hollywood is in the business of beating a dead horse and or leaving well enough alone. And yeah, it would not be the first time. Hardly any more original ideas in Hollywood. Willy Wonka. Yeah, Andy McClain brings that up. So shout out to Day who joined the stream. Day, thank you for being here. So listen, I'm not I'm not gonna just throw dirt on this one and say like it's not going to be good or it's totally not worth it. But yeah, there are so many so many remakes where it's just like, oh, the Karate Kid, the Jaden Smith Karate Kid. Meh, did we need that? I mean, it's. I think part of it is, oh, it's a classic. Why don't you just watch the original? But again, chance to make money. So there you go. Those are some trending topics that we explored from the Twitter website. And now let's shift gears and take a look at our Twitter deep dive. Our Twitter deep dive. And we like to talk about an account, a trending topic, or a hashtag. And this Twitter deep dive belongs to, the place that serves up hot eats and cool treats. I'm talking about none other than Dairy Queen. And, you might remember my big flex. When I brought out my Dairy Queen gift card. Travis, show it off. Put me on the big screen. Yeah, there you go. Boom. How do you like me now? Yeah. Oh, what's up, girl? I got that Dairy Queen gift card. Don't worry about it. And when I say girl, of course, I'm in a fictional situation talking to my wife. I mean, I'm sure I could get the attention of many a lady with this. Ooh, so cool. Ow. Ow, it's so hot. It's so cool. It's hot. Yeah. So we're going to take a look at the Twitter account belonging to Dairy Queen and see what's going on over at the Queen. All right, Travis, bring up the Queen. Long live the Queen. Happy tastes good. Sure. I'll sign off on that. Rob Schaefer says Dairy Queen owned by Omaha's own Warren Buffett. Love it, Rob. Love the Omaha facts. Love the Warren Buffett facts. Appreciate that. We tweet happy. Happy tastes good. Okay, so Dairy Queen embracing happy. Not bad, you know? Like, I can get behind that. Co-opting just jumping on, just like really planting their flag in that happy branding. So listen, they're trying to give positive vibes, positive connotations around their product. Happy tastes good. All right. A robust follower count. Coming in at over 500,000, Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen. More like influencer queen. More like, yes, queen. I've got those followers on lock. 531,100 followers. Robust follower count for DQ. All right, let's scroll. Annie McClain. It's a special feeling when they turn that blizzard upside down in front of your face. Oh, yeah. Here we go. How my brain feels after eating a blizzard. And we got some eating a blizzard too fast. Got that brain freeze. You know, we were talking about, like, eating healthier and, like, childhood things. A Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Blizzard. I would break my diet for that. Yes, I would. Oh. If you're hanging out, let me know. What is your flavor of Blizzard? Like, what would you order in your Blizzard? Let me know. Let me know what you would get in your Blizzard. Would you would it be Would it be Junior Mints? Would it be Reese's Peanut Butter Cups? Heath Bar? Also, Blizzard or McFlurry? Blizzard or McFlurry? Which is it? Which is it? Let us know. I wanna know. All right, a little bit more. Reese's or Oreos? Big O Music says peanut butter cup always. Yeah. I think that's it. Oh, Rob Schaefer says I need to go and get a dilly bar. I don't even know what a dilly bar is. Rob Schaefer. All right, let's keep scrolling. Ooh, the mint brownie blizzard. I think I mentioned it earlier in the show. I love me some mint chocolate chip made with brownie pieces, choco chunks, and cool mint blended. Oh man, I want to go get cold cuts and Dairy Queen, and then long nap. Just curl up after that. Mint Blizzard, Mint Brownie Blizzard at participating U.S. locations. And then there's more about the Mint Brownie Blizzard, treat made with brownie pieces, choco chunks, and cool mint blended with world-famous soft serve at participating U.S. locations. Let's scroll up a little bit there, Travis. Scrolling. The Mint Brownie Blizzard, it's all mint brownie blizzard all the time here. Mardi Gras, more like Mardi Gravy. Okay, that's a little bit of a... it's close. Mardi Gras, Mardi Gravy. Who else is celebrating by dunking crispy chicken strips? How did you celebrate Mardi Gras? By dunking crispy chicken strips. Not the most festive, I can think of more festive ways to celebrate Mardi Gras. A few more tweets from Dairy Queen. A few more tweets from the Queen. Let's see. Can we scroll, Travis? A few more tweets. There's something sweet at the end of this rainbow. The new mint brownie. Yeah, that mint brownie blizzard. I'm going to tell you what, though. That looks good. I hope it's got mint chip in it, though. Like, I like chocolate chip. I like the crunch, like the little snap of the chocolate chip when you bite it. But I don't know. I like the cut of this jib. I'm liking the cut of this jib. Enjoy this springtime treat. Well, it's not spring. I mean, it's getting close, but it's not quite spring. It's a nice springtime treat. Oh, just in time for St. Patty's Day. Oh, I get it. St. Patrick's Day, Shamrock Shake, Mint Brownie Blizzard. A new tradition? We shall see. Is this limited time? I don't think so. They're not saying anything about limited time. All right, scrolling. More about that mint. Oh, more about chicken strip basket. So, like a lot of people, they sleep on the hot eats because it's the hot eats and the cool treats. All right. Would you mind making that font just a titch bigger there, Travis? The chicken strip basket with all white meat chicken, golden fries, Texas toast, and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. Delivery subject to availability. Oh, yeah. I mean, does someone have a problem if they're getting Dairy Queen delivered? Let's keep it judgment free. Andy McLean is coming to us from Texas. Our friend Stacy is in Texas. What do y'all know about Texas toast? Oh, you know what? Damn, now I want chicken strips. I am so easily influenced by this stuff. That's a good looking chicken strip basket. I haven't had some chicken strips in a minute. Lately I've been getting these baked wings, which is like boneless baked wings, so it's like a little mini chicken strip almost. A boneless wing, kind of like a mini chicken strip. Maybe I can write a thesis on that. Boneless wing. Is it a mini chicken strip? Discuss. Yeah, Andy McLean, Stacy, what can you tell me about Texas toast? What is Texas toast? I don't know. Let's see a couple more of these tweets, and then we've got a special guest coming in. The chicken strip basket with all white meat, chicken, golden fries. All right. Which came first, the burger or the bun? Discuss. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I think when the burger was invented, like it was a burger sandwich. Basically, so Andy McLean chiming in. Thank you, Andy McLean. Basically, just regular, thicker slice of bread. All right. All right. Wow. All right. Can we scroll up a little bit and look at this date? Now, Dairy Queen saying, day dates just got way more fun. You know, listen, I like the idea of like taking your sweetie or taking your dude or whatever to Dairy Queen to get something tasty. By the way, welcome to the show, Mohammed. Thank you for hanging out. Day, good to have you here. I like that idea, but a little bit of a cheap date. And listen, everybody loves a cheap date, but there's a time and a place for a cheap date. And yeah, it's a weird coming from the less popular day dates angle. And here's this couple just laughing it up, enjoying some hot eats and cool treats. You know what? Ladies love the Dairy Queen gift card. So maybe LLDQ. Ladies love Dairy Queen. Rob Schaefer says, day date at the Queen and you whip out your gift card. You're getting lucky. I like where you're coming from, Rob Schaefer. To the question, what came first, the burger or the bun? Big O Music says, buns first. Buns first. That's how I like to go into the pool, buns first. But that's a story for a different time. All right, you know what? I think we got a real eyeful of the Dairy Queen Twitter account. There you go. Dairy Queen there if you want it. I still got to get myself over to the Dairy Queen in Burbank, California to swipe this gift card. Yes, swipe it. The metallic strip. I don't know how much is on the. Not only do I not know how much is on this gift card, I don't know if there's anything on this gift card. So we shall see. We shall see. I will give you a full report once I do that. All right. Travis, you want to come on in for a moment? Excuse me. So Travis, I'm going to let our special guest in. Will you give a little station identification and let people know what time it is and how they can participate in the show? And I will go let our guest in.
You got it.
All right.
Everybody, you're listening to the Your Pal Hal show on Backchannel. It is currently 12:26 p.m., which, I invite you to all look at your timepieces to confirm. It's also 3 o'clock, 3:27 p.m. on the East Coast. We're going to be with you until 1 p.m., so just about a half hour left. You can go to backchannel.tv to talk with us there. Head over to the Backchannel YouTube channel, throw some comments in. I'll put them up on screen. And you can also access us by talking to your smart device and telling it to open Backchannel and then using the magic word say to have your comments appear in our chats. I don't know who's coming. I really don't know. In terms of guests, this one I'm pretty much in the dark for. So we'll see what's happening there. All right. Oh, looks like they're here. Let's, without further ado, here's our guest.
Batman. Hello. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am not a billionaire who lives in Gotham City. FYI. Stop spreading those rumors. I'm the Cape Crusader. I am Batman. Thank you, Hal, for letting me come on the show. Thank you, producer Travis. By the way, Rob Schaefer says, why is Travis talking so softly? Is there a sleeping baby in the next room? Travis, whose baby is in the next room? Come in here, Travis. Travis.
Yes.
Why are you talking so softly?
I don't know. It's cloudy, and that makes me want to be
Travis,
quiet, I guess. Yes.
You're in the middle of a program. You need to speak so the people listening and watching the program can hear you. You don't think I just want to go lay down and go to sleep and rest my weary bones when I see the bat signal come up? But no, I have to do my job. Travis, when you're broadcasting, you need to speak. You know what? I've seen some horrible broadcasts put out by the Joker, the Riddler, talking to Gotham City. Anyway, thank you for having me, Travis.
Do they all have radio shows? Is there a block that they all get?
No, sometimes the Joker will commandeer the airwaves.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And try to do some sort of weird mind control or something on the denizens of the good people of Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I've had I haven't slept. It's been a long night of really. I've been out there fighting crime.
Oh, that makes sense.
What do you want me to do? Let the bad guys run rampant, Travis?
I mean, no. So
it's my job to put petty criminals in the hospital.
Don't you mean jail?
No, the hospital. Maybe jail. But what I do is if I get the report of a shoplifter, I will make sure that shoplifter ends up in a full body cast. Is there a jaywalker? Well, a jaywalker is not going to be walking for a while when they have to go to physical therapy for their broken leg and hip.
Jeez. That seems intense.
You know what? I've got anger issues. But you would too if your parents got killed in front of you.
Yeah, there's
coming out of the
really
movies
about that. Yeah. Sorry.
Listen, I've got therapy later today, so
good.
So it's come to my attention that they made another movie about me. Matt Reeves, The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson. There it is, currently sitting at 85% fresh on the Rotten Tomato meter with a 96% audience score. You know what? Today, I want to know what the people have to say about me and the Batman movie. Can you click on the audience score, Travis? So I can read what some of the real people out there are saying about the Batman. And I'll be the judge of that. And you know what? I haven't even seen my own movie yet. It's like, what the hell? No, Caden, by the way, says hi. Caden, hello to you. Why wouldn't they invite me to my own premiere? All the stars were there. All the friends of the stars were there. You know, Zoe Kravitz was there. You don't think you don't think I want to meet Zoe Kravitz? Of course. Lovely. You don't think I don't want to shake hands with Colin Farrell? Say what up to Robert Pattinson? I am steamed that they didn't invite me. But anyway, Let's take a look at these. What the people. The Joe Lunchbox. Sally Ann Station Wagon. Let's see what they have to say about the Batman. 4 stars. Really good. Felt like it held itself back from being great. Sequel should be epic. You know what? I held myself back from being great by committing to this life of fighting crime. I go home to my cave. I live in a cave. It's dank down there. Also, the past couple of years, bats have gotten a very bad rap. Very bad rap with this whole coronavirus. Patrick P. says 4 stars. I love that director Matt Reeves brought out the dreariness of a corrupt Gotham City. The fear of the dark for almost any citizen with a guilty conscience. And a deep layered story. Some details are a bit overlooked, but overall it's a great ride and a great take on The Dark Knight. You should be scared of the dark. Because you never know when the bat will descend from the top of a building and land on you and break your clavicle and send you to the hospital. That happened the other day to just some guy trying to get into his apartment. Whatever your name is, again, I apologize. Listen, it's hard and it is dark. And, listen, my hearing's decent and my vision's good, but sometimes I don't know what's below me. I think it's a dumpster. I think I'm going to land in the safe, just a nice soft landing in a dumpster. And then, my trajectory brings me a little bit to the left and I land on some dude just throwing out his trash. Let's see a couple more of these reviews. 5 stars. This movie showed more of the detective side of Batman. You know what? I'm a very good detective. Look, I look for clues. I look for footprints, fingerprints, evidence. I've got good deductive reasoning. I'm a really good detective. It shows the earlier days of Batman, but very brutal and vicious when it comes to confrontation. I am. I'm a real brute. I'll strangle a fool. I'm not afraid to strangle a fool. I'll break a fool's arm. Don't step to me. A great detective mystery noir, the kind of film with an incredible score that you'll keep wanting to listen to. Casting is spot on. Everyone did great in their role. Side characters are great. Makes you feel very invested in the characters, especially later on in the film. I was waiting for a live-action Batman film like this for a very long time. Next review says, cinematography, acting, plot is all Oscar level. The most accurate Batman to date. A cash. Bring me up, Travis. Bring me up. So this guy says the cinematography, the acting, the plot, all Oscar level. Let me tell you something. Rotten Tomatoes user Akash. Batman has many enemies. Those enemies include the Penguin, the Riddler, the Joker, Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy. The list goes on. And you know who else is on that list? The Oscar voters. Yes, Heath Ledger won an Oscar for portraying the Joker. But otherwise, the Oscar voters don't like the superhero movies, even if they are dark and brooding and gritty and about vengeance. I am the night. All right, let's read just a couple more of these, and then I gotta go. I got a therapy session. I've got mommy and daddy issues for days. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Such a great movie. 5 stars. Daddy Robert was absolutely... Daddy Robert! Valeria. Really? Valeria's thirsty for some Pattinson. Oh my God, that's a thirsty movie review. That is a thirst... Oh, boy. The movie was shot just like a comic book is viewed. I love the general setting the film creates. It's a unique take on the superhero genre, focusing on investigative Batman. Was refreshing. I will be seeing it multiple times. Well, that's nice to hear. Folks, maybe tonight, after I go to my therapy session and talk about seeing my mother and father killed while leaving a movie theater, maybe I'll have a little bit of catharsis and go back to a movie theater to watch Matt Reeves' The Batman. And then after that, maybe I'll go break someone's arm for parking in a red zone. I need to control my anger sometimes. But I am vengeance, so what are you gonna do? Be safe out there. And remember, I am the night! I'm still here!
Thank you to Batman for coming by and hanging out and reviewing a movie or discussing the reviews of the new Batman movie, which I am excited to see myself. I've heard it's pretty long, but what Tale of Tragedy isn't, especially when you're rehashing a story like that. Once again, thank you for joining us here in the Your Pal Hal show. Looks like Hal is back in the building. He's got the guy out of the room, and let's get back to it.
I mean, wow, what a good get. So nice to have Batman. Like, we've really just a good relationship with that guy over the months.
I think it's really important that you're, kind of there for him like you are. I think it's really cool.
You know what? He's got stuff on his chest. He's working through a lot, obviously. And he does, like, he has anger issues. Like, he brutalizes people for... he's out there, fighting crime, but also just like really, hurting the criminal element. Just really just going above and beyond with the physicality sometimes. So I'm glad that he's talking to someone about it. Big O, better Batman performance than Affleck. Very nice, very nice. And Big O also asking, have I seen Batman yet? No, but I'm going to. Mark my words. I'm gonna see me some of Batman. Folks, it is 12:42 on the West Coast here in the home office, Los Angeles, California, and it is time to do a little asking. And when I say, who am I asking? I'm asking Reddit, you guys. I'm asking Reddit. And we like to visit the Reddit website every once in a while and explore one of their questions. And today's question is, you know what? If you're a parent out there, this has your name on it. What parenting trend do you strongly disagree with? This is interesting. If folks, if you think if you connect with this at all, please let us know. Let us know if you agree, if you disagree. Scott chiming in says, "You hilarious." Scott, Very nice. I will pass that along to the Batman, himself. I appreciate that. I like it. I like it. All right. So let's take a look at some of these parenting trends that you strongly disagree with. Oh, if you know, I don't have any kids yet. My wife and I, we're talking about it. Listen, I'll let you know if and when the situation changes. Maybe we're working on it. All right. None of your business. Quit prying. Quit asking questions. But real quick, just as far as parenting trends, I'm going to read a couple of these. But when I used to work in the corporate world, we had a consultant come by, and the consultant was really big on disciplining the employees and letting them know that like the hammer's going to drop. And the consultant talked about how he spanks his kids and how he's got a paddle on the top of a shelf in the living room so the kids can always see it, and they know that if they act up, they're going to get the paddle. And I was just like, dude, I am out. Like everything you're saying, like this TMI nonsense about you paddling your kids. I mean, maybe I was just the wrong audience. I have no idea. And you know what? I'm not going to tell anyone. As a childless adult, with fur babies, we do have two dogs right now. But like, yeah, sounds Big O Music says sounds like that consultant needs to consult with a therapist, right? Maybe I should put him in touch with Batman's therapist. But like I was like, what? Dude, TMI. I do not want to like I am here learning how to manage people. I was like, I was, in the corporate world for a minute, and I was, I was training people and doing HR stuff and whatever. And yeah, I don't want to know about what goes on, like when your kids act up. That's, and I don't want. Yeah, didn't want to hear it. Did not sit right. Andy McLean says, my son is 8. Definitely disagree with those that don't want their kid to make mistakes or fail. Not into that whole everyone gets a participation trophy just for attempting something. I appreciate that. I mean, you got to, yeah, like, that makes sense to me, Andy, knowing that, like, letting a kid know that there's, like, stakes in life. And, yeah, there's winning and losing. Learning how the real world works a little bit. Sounds to me what you're saying, and I hear where you're coming from. All right, so let's take a look at a couple of these tidbits. All right, my neighbor's daughter. This is from Kittens in the Wall. Kittens in the Wall. My neighbor's daughter is a crunchy mom wannabe influencer. Daughter will not allow adjectives to be used when speaking with her toddler or baby. They are supposed to discover descriptive words through exploration of their environment. I'm sort of unclear on how they are supposed to discover words that are never spoken, like colors or size or shape. That's just weird. No adjectives? Yeah, and then someone said, I'm not sure I understand what this means exactly. As someone who's pursuing a career in speech language pathology, that is absolutely not okay. Children learn by listening to people around them and eventually assimilating the words they hear to the object idea. If you don't use language around your child, they won't develop language. So, excuse me, the poor thing will end up with delayed speech patterns. Yeah. So this lady needs to start talking a little more around the kid. Otherwise, she's going to raise a dope. Andy McLean with a great point. Back to his comment, piggybacking, failure can be a great teacher sometimes. Heck yes. You know what? Sometimes you got to experience the negative result so it'll spur you on to do better and achieve and go beyond that next time. Andy, you know what? If you want to adopt me, I'd consider it. Although I would prefer to be adopted by Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. I've talked about that before. Mom, no offense. No offense, Mom. If you are still here. Posting videos of your autistic kid having a meltdown or just as a prop for likes. That sounds horrible. I mean, I have friends. I definitely have people in my life who have children who are on the spectrum, and to use that to kind of manipulate. I mean, sometimes, listen, sometimes the hug or the embrace or some positivity from validation from the social media world at large can be validating, refreshing, but yeah, to try to like game the system and manipulate in that way, that is unsavory. That is unsavory. All right, here's one more. Oh, this comes from, speaking of Will Smith, not the real Will Smith. My wife and I are basically neighborhood pariahs. Ooh, interesting. I like the start of this one. Because we allow our children to ride their bikes around our quiet, low-crime suburban town. What? What's wrong with that? I grew up riding bikes. All right, continuing. I've had a parent flat out tell me he won't allow his son to come over without him because I might do something crazy, like let them shoot hoops on the basketball net out front without standing there watching them. Children need a little bit of freedom. You can't be expected to make grown-up decisions when you've never had the opportunity to make child decisions. Yeah, I am right there. I am right there with not real Will Smith. Like, you have to let kids just like run around and play, go out and play. I mean, parents need to be encouraging that. Kids seem to be like bottled up way too much on the iPad or playing video games. Out exercising, riding bikes, shooting hoops. By the way, Travis, if you'll pop up that comment from my mom, I'm very happy that my mom is not offended by me wanting to get adopted by Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith to be the third Smith child. Thank you, Mom. And you know what? If that good fortune befalls me, you're coming along for the ride, Mom. All right? You're invited. You're invited to the barbecue, as they say, if I get invited to be a Smith child. Couple more of these. By the way, we are heading close to the end of the Your Pal Hal show. Coming up, you're going to want to stick around for the excellent, the delightful, our friend Mario Smith with The Drive with Mario Smith.
Actually, you know what? I found something out the other day.
What up, Travis?
Mario doesn't do the show on Thursdays.
Oh, who does?
Nobody. He has a radio show that he has to do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
That's good to know. You know what? Scratch what I said.
Do whatever you want.
But when you get the opportunity to hang out on The Drive with Mario Smith, it's a good time. It's a good time. That is for sure. All right, a couple more of these before we get to the end of the show here. I don't know if this is a trend or not, but it's very common. Comparing your child to others. It doesn't matter if they're siblings, friends, etc. That messes with their self-esteem and turns everything into a competition. Yeah. And that seems like a really, just from where I'm sitting, again, childless adult, but we live in a world where so many people are comparing themselves to everyone else with social media, with Instagram, with people's flexes on social media and the gram, like showing off X, Y, and Z. So I think that does seem to be like starting compare, like, oh, you need to be more like that person, or yeah, it seems like you're forcing this unhealthy lens to view the world with on that child. Here's one more. As a teenager, I absolutely hate how family members will spill private secrets and constantly complain and make jokes about you on the telephone or when families gather. Also, responding to you in a very snotty attitude. I think that's a big reason I am insecure and have social anxiety. Yeah, I mean, gossiping and sharing secrets, family secrets, there needs to be a little bit, a little bit of awareness in regards to that, and yeah, keeping private things private. That's yeah, that's a good point, and I could see how that would could make someone develop like some issues, like if you're spilling the beans about a kid who's growing up and making mistakes. Yep. Let's see. Disciplining children based on what other parents are doing. What works for one kid won't work for another. Overscheduling activities. When I was teaching, I remember my kindergartners telling me they had no time to play because every day consisted of nonstop structured sports, dance, and such. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Just packing a kid's day with piano lessons, martial arts, sports, and yeah, leave time for play. Let the kids ride bikes and shoot hoops. All right, that was a little bit of Ask Reddit. And now, one more segment of the show. This is Rejected Segments. Rejected segments. And, you know, we've had some good, we've had some great, we've had some medium on the show. Now, this is a segment that, like, yeah, just Travis and I thought, yeah, not much to it, not worth it. This segment is Hal sharpens a pencil. Hal sharpens a pencil. And, yeah, it honestly would have been just me, like taking a pencil, one of these Ticonderoga number 2s, and a sharpener, and just sharpening a pencil. And it would have been kind of like this. Kind of like, that's a little ASMR. Oh, look at those. Look at that. Oh, what? Hey, Travis.
Uh-huh.
What was the point of this segment? Where's the point? Ha ha! Oh, hashtag nailed it. Folks, I am Hal Rudnick, a.k.a. your Pal Hal. This is Backchannel. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. I want to thank all the folks at Backchannel. And I want to thank my pal, producer Travis. I'm going to be back here tomorrow. 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 1 p.m. Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, Big O music. Look where this segment has led us. Pencil lead. Nicely done. I'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.